You ever sit there, staring at your phone, 48 tabs open in your brain, fully spiraling over why someone didn't text you back, and it's been like 7 minutes? But your nervous system is acting like they packed a suitcase, moved out, and left you a post-it that says, "Never loved you, bye." Yeah, that's not just overthinking. That's a wound, a childhood one. That's your inner child screaming from the back seat while adult you tries to drive like, "It's cool, I'm chill, I'm totally fine." Meanwhile, your left eye's twitching and you've played a sad song 5 times in a row because somehow, Adele just gets you. So let's stop the BS and talk about what's actually running your life. Your wounds. Childhood ones. The ones you didn't sign up for, but you're still paying rent on. Emotionally. There are 5, just 5. But they show up everywhere. Your relationships, your burnout, your inability to rest, your constant "what's wrong with me" loop at 3 a.m. So here they are, all 5, one by one. Let's ruin your life and rebuild it in the best way possible. Wound number 1, abandonment. This one hits like a freight train. If this is your wound, you don't like people, you attach to them. Fast, hard, like emotional gorilla glue. Someone gives you eye contact and a compliment, and suddenly you're fantasizing about shared mortgages and joint Spotify playlists. You don't fall in love, you latch. You feel safest when someone's texting you nonstop, calling you every night, reassuring you they're not going anywhere. And the second that slows down, you spiral. You tell yourself you're being crazy. But your body doesn't buy it. Because your body remembers what it was like to sit by the window, waiting, wondering, watching your parent walk out the door and never come back. Or worse, watching them stay but never really see you. And so now, silence feels like danger. Alone time feels like punishment. And when someone pulls away even a little, your brain doesn't go, "Oh, they're just busy." It goes, "I've been abandoned and I might die." Which is why you'll people please, overgive, sacrifice your boundaries and your dignity just to make someone stay. But deep down, you don't want someone who just doesn't leave. You want someone who stays and actually sees you. But to get that, you have to stop abandoning yourself first. Wound number 2, rejection. Oh, this one's a sneaky butch. It sounds like, "Don't say that, they'll think you're weird." It sounds like, "Just agree with them so you don't make it awkward." It sounds like, "Maybe if I'm successful enough, pretty enough, thin enough, smart enough, chill enough, then they'll love me." This wound turns you into a chameleon, a master of code switching, tone adjusting, self-shrinking. You're not authentic, you're adaptable. Not because you're fake, but because you learned early on that being you came with consequences. Maybe your caregivers made fun of your quirks. Maybe your classmates mocked your laugh. Maybe someone told you to stop being so dramatic when you were just trying to express how you felt. So you learned to edit. You learned to hide the parts of yourself that were too much. And now as an adult, you're constantly filtering yourself and like your existence is one long job interview. You're exhausted, but you don't know how to stop. Because being real feels like walking into traffic. Because if you really show up, what if they don't pick you? So you beat them to it. You ghost before they can. You play small in rooms you were born to lead. You joke about your dreams like they're dumb. But here's the truth. The world doesn't need your watered-down version. It needs you, the weird, wild, passionate, messy, too much you. And if someone rejects that, let them. Don't reject yourself just to avoid being rejected by others. Wound number 3, humiliation, the shame wound. This is the one that makes you feel gross for needing anything at all. It's the one that whispers, "Don't cry, they'll think you're weak." The one that says, "You should be over this by now." This wound turns asking for help into an Olympic-level shame spiral. You'd rather burn out than admit you're struggling. You'd rather suffer in silence than risk being seen. Because somewhere in your childhood, someone taught you that being vulnerable was embarrassing. Maybe they mocked your feelings. Maybe they punished your tears. Maybe they told you to man up, stop whining, or get over it. And so now, every time you feel something real, you instantly want to hide, or joke, or disappear. You're the self-deprecating friend, the one who roasts yourself before anyone else can. You turn your pain into punchlines. You make your wounds look like personality traits, and everyone laughs because you're funny. But behind that humor is a kid who just wanted to be held, who just wanted someone to say, "It's okay to feel this." You don't need to hide your pain to be lovable. You already are. Wound number 4, betrayal. This is the trust wound. This one turns you into a hyper-independent control freak who secretly resents how alone they feel. You don't trust people. You want to, you try to. But the second someone gets too close, your brain goes full defense mode like, red flag alert, we've been here before. You test people, you wait for them to screw up. You expect disappointment because your foundation was betrayal. Maybe someone you loved broke a promise. Maybe they said, I'll protect you, and then didn't. Maybe they told you one thing and did another, over and over until your brain learned, trusting people is how you get hurt. And now, you do everything alone. You don't ask for help. You don't delegate. You micromanage everything in your life, from your projects to your relationships to your freaking group texts, because control feels like safety. And letting go, letting someone take care of you, that feels like free falling without a parachute. But here's the twist. Healing this wound isn't about trusting everyone. It's about learning how to trust yourself, to trust your own boundaries, your gut, your voice. You don't have to let everyone in. You just have to stop locking yourself out. Wound number 5, injustice. The forgotten wound. The one that turns you into a stoic, overachieving, emotionally repressed robot who's always doing the right thing and secretly dying inside. You were the kid who had to grow up fast. The one who wasn't allowed to cry or make mistakes or fall apart. Maybe your parents were strict or cold or obsessed with performance. Maybe you learned that emotions were weak and fairness was a joke. So now you walk through life armored in logic. You don't trust feelings. You don't know how to name your needs. You struggle with flexibility, with softness, with spontaneity. You get shit done. Sure, but at what cost? You can't relax. You don't play. You haven't felt joy in months because you're too busy being responsible. You roll your eyes at people who follow their bliss, but secretly, you envy them because you don't know what your bliss is. You lost that kid somewhere, the one who used to sing badly and laugh too loud and believe in magic. They're still in there, buried under rules and roles and results. They're waiting for permission to come back out, and only you can give it. That's all 5. And here's the thing. Everyone's got at least one. Some of us, all 5. These wounds don't make you broken. They make you human. They explain why you shut down when someone gets too close, why you overgive and then resent it, why you replay conversations in your head for hours, why you feel safest when you're exhausted, overworked, and emotionally numb. It's not your fault. It's your programming. But now you know. Now you get to choose. Do I keep living the same loops on autopilot? Or do I stop, breathe, and listen to that tiny voice inside, the one that says, I just want to feel safe again? That voice is your inner child, and they don't need you to fix everything overnight. They just need you to stop ignoring them, to stop abandoning yourself in the name of being fine, to stop pushing your needs aside like they're inconveniences. You're not too much, you're not dramatic, you're not weak, you're wounded, and you're healing, and that's the bravest damn thing anyone can do. So if you needed a sign, this is it. Take the first step. Cry in the car, text the friend, go to therapy, sit with the discomfort. Pick the part of you that's hardest to love, and love it anyway. You've carried this pain long enough. It's time to come home to yourself.